So cross-legged would be good, but any kind of way you can get down on the ground would be nice. And then what I would want you to do is just try to get in a position where you feel like you're right, stacked as vertically as possible on top of your hips there, right? So for me, kind of doing a little bit of side-to-side rocking helps. But if you feel like you're there, that's perfect. Once you have that set, we'll get the hands together just to press in, elbows up, more of a forearm stretch, less of a namaste kind of thing, but and then see if you can press in and then reach up towards the ceiling, the sky here. Nowhere that feels painful, but whatever you got there. So if it's a little bit in front, that's fine. And if you can pull it back, that might be even better. Once you're there, give me 2 or 3 deep inhales with even longer exhalations here. So it's a little bit of a field goal. It's good. Oh, no. Actually, I think this is a safety. So 2 points going off the Super Bowl there. All right, and we'll bring it down, relax those shoulders. So for me, that's a bit of work, right? Because it's both like keeping yourself stacked, keeping your posture there, and then also with that reach. Let's do one more here. This time, let's go arms out to the sides. You're making more of a Y here, right? So arms out to the side, and then again, pull them back away from you. Long inhale, and even longer exhalation if you can. Like think 2 seconds in, 4 seconds out. So we'll go 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Do that one more time here. Keep reaching here. If you got more, keep going for it. Nice. So that's supposed to be a stretch that's supposed to help elongate or stretch the T7, T8. So just basically your mid back here. All right, let's go right from that onto the hands and knees if we can. Hopefully you got a soft surface. If not, let's get something underneath the knees there. And then just get those cat camels here. So we're just extending, head up, chest up, and then tuck the chin. Draw the belly button in. Get that spine as high as you can. Think cat. You guys seen him do it. Tuck underneath. And then just do the opposite there. Try to go one vertebrae at a time here, starting from the tailbone, working your way up towards the head. So then you got tailbone, low back, mid back, shoulders, then finally the neck there. One more time there. You can start speeding up the pace here still. Hands into the ground, elbows dialed in, shoulders are low. Good stuff. And then just reverse that position. But you're definitely trying to get as much range of motion in both positions as long as it's pain-free there. All right, excellent. Good. Let's go right from that. Half kneeling, one leg forward, one back. So just, again, kind of like when you're sitting down, try to find where that centered spot is, where you're right over your hips. Tuck under there, so butt's tight, you're tall, everything's stacked up. You got that. And then let's get a two-hand reach here again. So I like kind of arms going out first with the thumbs up towards the ceiling, and then reach up and back there. And then long inhale, even longer exhale. And just keep focusing on getting that reach there, just so we get a lot of shoulder, thoracic, mid-back. That's kind of driving everything else here. As long as the shoulders don't hurt. If they do, then out in front's fine, or keeping them relaxed down is fine too. So let's just hold that pose there, 2 or 3 deep breaths. Nice. All right, excellent. And let's see if we could go right to the other side here. Same thing. It's about 30 seconds per side. So again, another hip flexor stretch, tuck under, reach out and up, long inhale, even longer exhalation. Did this stretching discussion group or kind of class today midday, so I was lucky because it was during a break that I had, so I was able to jump in just on the Zoom just like this, and we went over a bunch of different this particular method and a bunch of keys to that method. All right, excellent, nice. And then if I could have you back down on the ground here, seated, one leg out, one leg in. Again, try to stack yourself on top of those sit bones. Reach forward and hinge, and then reach towards the toe. And then push through that heel if you have that down to get that hamstring stretch, and then you can reach across with the other arm there. So the method was called ELDOA, ELDOA. It's a long acronym. I think the guy who started it was French. It's a translation from French, but it's basically about using breath, tension, and to just get some elongation, not just of muscles, but I guess of some release of different joints through breathing, stretching in these particular ways. It's going to switch sides. So in that whole hour, we went through 3 stretches. So I think you guys are getting a little bit more than I did, but it was good. I mean, it was all theory, practice. That's the idea. So again, reach that heel. It's quality over quantity, right? And then you come across the other side. But I mean, it just reminds you of just how important, breathing is to get that into stretching, and then also just, getting the proper positioning to stretch whatever it is you're trying to stretch, or get that input into your body. All right, here we go. One more deep breath, but I like about 3 breath cycles. I think that's a good marker. That gets you just about at 20, 30 seconds. So I think that's a nice marker to use if we don't have like a timer or something right in front of you. Let's see if you go into a 90-90 or a pigeon stretch, either one. So 90, that just means you're getting that shin lined up with the mat there, and then the back leg can either be in another 90-degree position there, lined up with the side of the mat, or you can kind of pop up to that back knee if that feels a little bit better, and then reach forward this way for that pigeon stretch, pigeon pose here if we're more familiar with that. Either one's fine. Main thing is getting a good hip stretch. You can be up here getting some hip flexor, again, reaching, getting that elongation, or leaning forward, getting a little bit more of a low back stretch. There it is. And you got the red shorts for the Valentine's Day week. Got to stay on the occasion here. All right, let's go for the other side. Same thing. Leg comes across, and then I think the active stretching portion of this, meaning like you get you bring that leg across and you kind of lean into it. You'll feel that stretch, maybe, probably, hopefully on that legs in front, and then squeezing the glute on the opposite side is really what helps square up the hips, but also get a stretch in the opposite hip flexor there. As much bang for our buck as possible there. The cat looks like it's getting bigger, Professor. You might be getting smaller though. I don't know. It's all relative. It's camera angles. Fluffy. All right, perfect. I was thinking today, since I got a haircut. Thanks for noticing. Just kidding. All right, arms out, butt back, palms up. It's a trim. It's nice. We'll get a child's pose here. Just a nice way to see my barber there. Long inhale again. Let's go for 3 to 5 deep breaths on this one, just depending on how much you need a lat, shoulder, and lower back stretch. And I was like, I know there's pet groomers. I wonder if there's human groomers. Like, do they have like those mobile groomers where people go around and get haircuts? Because I know people come to their house or whatnot, but I just wonder if that exists and if that would even work, or if it would just get kind of silly for some reason. Once you have those 3 to 5 deep breaths there, reach under. We'll go for that thread the needle stretch. Reach under or through in between your hand and your knee. Go across and under as much as you can. You can stay on your hand or go onto the elbow, and then pull back away a little bit, and then you'll get a little bit of a posterior delt back to the shoulder stretch there. Inhale, long exhale. And I usually just like doing these, for those 3 deep breaths, or just until you feel it relaxing, and you'll notice the difference there. Especially if we're in a position that feels a little bit tight or awkward, just getting the breath cycles in, you'll feel that relax a bit. Let's go to the other side here. All right, butt back, reach under and across. Once you reach as far as you can, you find that limit, lean away from it. Imagine it's tacked down on that side. Long inhale. Even longer exhale there. Nice. So we're working a little bit of rotation now here. All right. Very nice, folks. Good stuff. All right. Now, if you can kind of sit up here. If you put the hands out in front and just turn them, let's think about like almost like a forearm stretch. If you're comfortable using the ground as a forearm stretch, let's use that. Leaning in, rocking back. If that feels a little bit too aggressive or hurts the wrists, then just pulling back like so is just fine. So let's hold that. So you can do one at a time or both here on the ground. I like the gentle rocking there, helps if you need more, and a little bit of elbow bend. And this is just to get those gripping, typing, phone game playing muscles there a chance to relax and stretch. Just undoing a little bit of the tightness that we get sometimes, it happens. All right, very nice. And then if you can interlock the hands right after that, get some wrist rotations there. Let's give them a little bit of mobility. Just interlock the hands, just small circles, pick a direction there. And then see if you can go the other way here. So we're also gaining a little bit of control of our wrist muscles here. Just again, not going anywhere that feels painful. All right, perfect, good. And then if I could go back onto the floor here, face down this time. Let's press up into a cobra stretch. So this one, toes flex, butt tight, abs tight, hands at your side like you're doing a push-up. Press up as much as you're comfortable with, as long as you're nice and tight there. So this should be for your thoracic spine. You're getting some extension, a little bit of the head, maybe a little bit in your abdominals there. Butt tight if you have that range where you feel comfortable coming up, then you get a little bit of rotation or side to side like you're looking back towards your heels. Let's get a 1, 2, and then back down. So let's see if we can repeat that 3 times. Pressing up, inhale, looking back, long exhale, and get that one more time. All right, very nice. Got that extension going there. Good, and then we'll go into that down dog stretch, right? We get our calf, we get some a little bit of core strength. So go into that plank first, straight arms if you can. Butt tight, abs tight, lock that all in. Think nice long spine from the crown of your head down to your heels. Then pike those hips up or move from your hips there. Drive those heels down there. Hopefully feel a lot of calf stretching here. I know I do. And that one is big, right? Because you want to be able to stretch those big calf muscles there that help us on every step. So knees fairly straight. Toes, almost thinking about pulling them up off the mat there. Heels towards the ground. Then bring it back down to that solid plank. Let's get 3 of those. Breathing throughout there. And then think about splaying those hands out, right? Get as much palm into the ground so you can leverage and press against the ground. And then you drive those heels down as much as you can, walking them up as you feel comfortable there. Keep a little bit of an extension in the spine if you can. And then bring it back down to a plank here for one more. I know it's a fair amount of arm work here and some core. And let's bring it up here, see if we can get it. All right, very nice there. Excellent, good. Shake it out there if you need to on the wrist. That's why we tried to stretch those out a little bit beforehand. Let's go half kneel. We'll go back into that posture there, right? So that we can get the hip flexion stretch again. And this time, give me a reach and a side bend. So you're coming up and across, hand displayed out, lats, QL, everything here, down to the side, and then just come back to center. Let's do it again. Big reach, come up and across. Thinking this diagonal pattern there. and then right back down. Good. And then one more time. So go 3 per side. Long reach, take your time with it. It's a side bend, butt's tight on that leg that's down. Once you find that end range, then breathe, inhale, and long exhale. So I think that's where it gets really most important to breathe is, once you find that stretch here, get that reach, and then if you get that end range, I can't reach anymore. That's where I want to breathe in and then breathe out. Also lets me know that, I'm in a relaxed position, relaxed state there. All right, here we go. And let's get one more big reach. I also like to, for me, kind of thinking about having the other hand go down towards the ground or reach the ground helps me get a little bit more of a side bend, at least it feels like it. Yeah. All right, nice work, folks. Good. All right, our next one can be standing or kneeling down still. Either one is fine. We're going to get a little bit of shoulder rotation. So shoulders rolls up and back. So think shoulders up towards the ears, back away from you as much as you can, and then down towards the ground, all right? And we're just going to slowly speed those up as we go. Take them slow up first. Like you're moving through some resistance there. And then definitely working on pulling them down at the same time, thinking about the crown of your head getting pulled up towards the ceiling there so we keep our necks. All right, let's go the other way. So now we're rolling up, forward, and then back down. So generally that's the position we don't want to hang out in, right here. But again, keep that posture just so we know that the shoulders are moving around the rest of our spine there. All right, nice work, good. Let's get the hands interlocked behind the back or just right at your sides by your pockets there. Pull down. Once you have that pull down, then you can get a head tilt. You could especially kind of tack down or pull on that side of the arm you're leaning away from so you can get a stretch here on the upper traps, right? Your shoulders. Yeah, I mean, shoulders, we kind of say shoulders is everything here, but upper traps, this is the ball and socket, that's the shoulders here. Let's get the other way now, sideways. And then breathe, and we'll definitely get the neck muscles here, the scalenes. And then keeping that head tilt, see if you can bring your chin up. Might feel that right here in front, going down towards the collarbone. And then exhale. I think the breathing especially helps out with these exercises here. Let's go the other way. If you get that deep diaphragmatic breathing right through the belly, you'll feel that a little bit more. Lindy, I love that background there. That's awesome.
Yeah, no.
Just just amongst the goat. Is it goats? Goats, lambs? I don't know my farm animals, obviously. All right, nice. And let's get a little bit of right and left tilt. So I'm going right here. You'll feel that muscle right across there going down. And then the left, we're practicing our profile poses here. All right, very nice. Good. And then if I could have you go from that to back to the floor here, lying down, face up. Let's start with either leg raise or leg lower. So you guys have options with this one. It's basically different levels of core. So it'll be more core if you go leg lowers, which is legs up and then let them come down. A little bit less, but still some core leg raise. Either one is fine. You can use a strap if you'd like, if you feel better with that. All good. The idea is to get a stretch and a little bit of core work in with this. Knees as straight as you can get them, actively using the quads there, reaching through those heels, flexing those feet there. There we go. So this is we'll go for about a minute here, just one time. But definitely integrating a lot of the big stretches that we already did here. A little bit of lower back imprint is good here, especially as your limbs are coming down away from your core. almost there. It's about 3 more reps per side. 1, 2, 2, and last one. 3 and 3. There you go. All right, legs bent now. Nice work there. Give them a break. See if you get a nice light bridge here. Abs tight, glutes tight. Get a bit of a hold. Long inhale. Even longer exhale. 3 deep breaths, and then I want you to come down. All right, very nice. Let's get one more of those. So we're holding at the top. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the abs, bracing. Breathe in. Hold that bridge if you can. Long exhale. Nice. Still keep some core tension there. All right, very nice. Good, and feel free to come down there. All right, if we can go from that into a floor slide. So what that's gonna look like is legs bent, arms back towards the floor. So imagine you're doing the kind of almost like field goal position here. Press your lower back into the floor. Slide the hands up. Keep them as vertical as you can, meaning like you're doing an overhead press or bringing something all the way over your head there, and then pull them back down. Try to keep this active, meaning press with your lower back into the floor. Have some abs turned on there. Press up, and then pull down. That's it. Press up, reach, pull down. If it's fairly easy, then you can press up. Bring your hands almost together at the top. You can get, if your shoulders allow there, and then really press that lower back down. Good. You can even go for the hands coming together there at the top there, doing the 2-point safety position. This. All right, very nice. Let's see if we go from that. Let's get our open book stretches. So first, give me some knee hugs here, a little bit of rocking side to side. All right, then we're gonna reset ourselves here. Lie on the side, either side there. Hands together. Big rotation. Tack the knees down together there. Shoulders open, chest opens, upper back. There we go. 3 to 5 reps here. Hold it for as long as you want on every rep there. All right, nice. And then right to the other side here at your pace. Looking good. All right, knees up here. Try to get everything flattened out. Imagine there's a wall here on that lower back. And then you're just going right through that wall, that doorway with the hand, shoulders. Inhale. And long exhale. All right, at your pace here. Let me have you slowly sit up here. Let's go legs bent slightly here. Try to find a spot where you feel comfortable, kind of seated. And then if you can, you're trying to find somewhere where you can feel that your legs are bent slightly. Let's say a fist distance here in between the feet, a fist distance here between the knees here. And then once you have that, try to keep those positions square. Get as tall as you can. So for me, I'm using my hands and my knees to help prop myself up to keep my flat back here, or my back flat. If you have a wall available, you're more than welcome to use that. And then let me have a long reach here, but this reach is going to be a little different, where it's similar to that stretch that we did earlier, where you're turning your hands, and then you're bringing your hands back up as high as you can. Once you're there, long inhale, even longer exhalation. We're going to hold for 3 there. Keep reaching through those elbows. And exhale. Here we go. It's a bit of work for sure. Stay tall. Last one. And all right, very nice. Bring that down slowly. Very good work there. All righty. We'll go back up into that half kneeling posture here. So we'll get the kickstand. Boom, leg out. Once we got that, rock in, forward and back. So that last stretch is one of the Aldoa stretches I was telling you, where again, it's to lengthen out that mid back. If you're tensing up enough, you definitely feel the core work, you feel the shoulders. I mean, that's probably the hardest part, is getting that rotation and getting the hand to come up. This one is more inner thigh, a little bit of hip flexor, maybe some calf here, some soleus, real gentle. All right, let's go right to the other side. Knee out, forward and back there. Nice. The Captain Morgan pose. Yep. All righty. Let me have you standing here. We'll finish off with a couple of different stretches for the squat here. So that first one is just going to be that inner thigh, the sumo squat stretch, the plie, maybe we can call them. That sounds a little bit more attractive. So drop down, hands or elbows in between the knees. Sit back, undo those heels. Inhale. Long exhale. Don't worry too much about that low back unless it hurts, and then give me some prine or some gentle rocking here. But definitely stay on those heels. That's what I would prioritize. And if you can, keep dropping those hips down a little bit lower. Definitely wiggle those toes around a little bit if you can, and then stand back up. All right. And if we could repeat the same, or if you have a toe touch down, if you could do a toe touch, let's do that first. Inhale, and then think about pulling yourself back down to that same squat position there. As long as that's comfortable-ish. Inhale and exhale there. There we go. And when you're ready, stand it up, and we'll just get one more of those here. All right, everyone's just gonna look a little different, but find the stance. Sometimes that's outside the shoulder, sometimes inside. As long as that feels okay on the hips, on the low back, and the knees, that's the main thing. But hope it feels good. Hopefully it's this can be a new resting posture, resting position. This is the position I like to get to, and I'm waiting in line at the grocery store. You just got to be careful. You don't want people to bump into you. All right, and then we're up. Good. Now we got those nice loose hips here. Shake them out a little bit. If you want to go supported, that's fine. Hold on to something. Unsupported is also fine. Both toes straight, feet together. Bring the knee up, circle it around. We'll just hit some hip circles here to finish. So it's knee up, knee out as much as you can, and then swing it back around there. Everything else is staying tall, staying straight if we can. It's about 10 in each direction. We're going for a nice slow pace, but definitely trying to find as much range of motion as you can each time. All right, other side. Feel it out. Toes are straight. Knee up, out. Circle it around there. Just greasing the groove here. Good. Keep yourself stacked and tall. If you want to tense up a little bit, make a fist of the hand. Sometimes that helps out. Think about your core staying tight, butt staying tight. All right. Very nice. Shake everything out there. Get loose. Sometimes I like to hit them. All right. Nice work, everybody. Crushed it, as always. That was awesome. It was fun. Goes way too fast as usual. Thank you.